The stains option on this is something that I wouldn't really use much because of the way it works, but it's a very good thing to have, you know, to use with the likes of small loads like this, like these bath mats for example, that detect a 1 bar pro sense, so it does a longer main wash. Stains, the way that it works is that it so it's onto its first phase of the main wash, where it heats the water a wee bit and pumps it about, you know, through the jet system. Once it gets to the start of the main wash, rather than doing the saturation the way it normally does, it would basically, on this, it'll do one fill, and it'll do a static fill up to about the top of the door seal, so it will round about drum rim, and then it'll start washing. But a con with it is that with stains, on this first phase it doesn't do any top ups at all, so it doesn't. So if you have a bigger load, it'll do this part completely dry with the heater on, which isn't very good at all, hence me not really using it. But the way it's washing here is it's had just about enough water for these bath mats, so it is washing them, you know, fine on this first phase. But that's why the jet system's running dry. It's because it doesn't allow itself to add any extra water at the moment. And I think maybe a reason for that is that it thinks it's not on saturation yet. I think that it basically does the proper saturation once it gets on the main wash, so it does like into that portion of the main wash round about, I think it's around about an hour and a half. So it'll continue to wash like this for a bit, and then it will, later on, it'll add in extra water for the proper main wash, where it will heat up to 60. It's quite interesting, but yeah, it's a shame. I wish that with it that it would have a few top-ups, well, not a few top-ups, but, you know, like topped up to a lower level, maybe even like the same level that it would do on the rinses if it needs a top-up, just enough so it can have that jet system on. I think the way it works is that if it has the jet system on while it's heating, and then I think it's stopped heating now, so it's doing its normal wash action without the jet. It's a bit of a weird one, but yeah, it does have the potential to wash dry, so it does for the first portion of the main wash. I did have that happen once before, but yeah. So I'd mainly only use stains if it's like a small load of, say, whites for example, or a load like this, just to give them a longer main wash, and it has enough water for them in it. I don't know if it'd be any different with like a bigger load, but judging by the fact that it's the same with time saver off, I presume it will be the same with a bigger load where it wouldn't have enough water for it. It's quite interesting, but yeah, I do like it for like this type of food. It's really good for it. I think I've had this washing machine a little over a month now. I do really like it. If I could, I'd probably take it inside, so I would, but I don't really want to do that, so I don't want to keep it out here. And plus I don't mind Hoover being inside, even though I do vastly prefer the spin performance on this, so I do. But I still like Hoover, so main thing. You can really tell how much of a difference it makes with that jet system being on.